Child of God, pause. Just for a moment. Stop everything. This isn't a coincidence. This message has been chasing you. And now, heaven is asking you, please don't run anymore. You've seen 2222 again and again, on clocks, receipts, street signs. It's not random. It's not just a number. It's divine pursuit. It's a gentle whisper from the unseen calling your spirit home. There's something sacred trying to reach you. A message from your angel. A plea from God's heart to yours. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. 2 Corinthians 6:2. You've been feeling it, haven't you? A quiet stirring. A holy ache. Like something is about to shift, but you're not sure if you're ready. You've sensed the call, but you've been resisting. Not because you don't believe, but because you're tired. Because you've been through too much. But hear this. Heaven is trying to reach you. This is a sacred interruption. You are not hearing this by accident. The pattern of 2222 is not just repetition. It's confirmation. Double grace. Double invitation. It's God saying, I'm serious about you. I'm pursuing you. I want you to come back. Even now, your angel is near whispering, please don't ignore this again. Please don't run. You are at a divine crossroad. Something in the spirit is aligning. And the longer you resist, the heavier it feels. But what if this moment is your rescue? What if 2222 is the door and your surrender is the key? Breathe. Don't be afraid. You are not in trouble. You are being loved deeply, urgently, completely. You've been pulled in so many directions lately. Spiritually worn out. Emotionally drained. It feels like you've been trying to survive in a storm no one else sees. You smile, you show up, you keep going, but inside, you've been collapsing. Quietly. Slowly. It's not that you've stopped believing in God. It's that you've started questioning if He still believes in you. You felt the silence. The unanswered prayers. The waiting that has stretched longer than you thought you could bear. And somewhere in that stretch, you stopped reaching. You stopped hoping. Because every time you did, the disappointment felt sharper. So you ran, not physically, but spiritually. Not from God's love, but from the pain of longing for it. You've been protecting yourself. Maybe you didn't even notice it happening. The shift. The way your heart hardened just enough to numb the ache. The way your prayers became fewer, shorter, quieter. You weren't rebelling, you were retreating. Because it hurt too much to be open. Too much to feel forgotten. Heaven sees that. God sees that. And your angel has not looked away for one moment. You haven't been selfish. You've been scared. You haven't been faithless. You've been wounded. And even though you've been surrounded by people, it's been lonely in your soul. You've been waiting for someone to notice. To truly see you. And that's exactly why this message found you. You've carried so much. More than you were ever meant to. Disappointments. Delays. Detours. And worst of all, the feeling that maybe you've missed your moment. That may be you're behind. But hear this, beloved, you are not behind. You are not late. You are not lost. God is still holding the blueprint. Heaven is still on schedule. And everything you've walked through has been seen, measured, and held by divine hands. The silence wasn't rejection. The delays weren't punishment. The ache in your chest wasn't weakness. It was evidence of how deeply you still care. How alive your spirit truly is. You are not invisible. And you are not disqualified. Even now, heaven is leaning in, closer than ever. You didn't run because you hated God. You ran because something inside you broke. There's a difference. And heaven knows the difference. What you called running was really a survival instinct, the heart trying to shield itself from more disappointment. That wasn't rebellion. That was protection. That was you doing your best with the little strength you had left. You thought if you distanced yourself from hope, the pain wouldn't sting as much. But hope has a voice, and it never stops calling you. That's why, even now, you're reading this, feeling that ache rise again. Not because you're weak, but because you're being gently reminded of who you really are beneath the fear. Let this truth find you now. God is not angry at you. He's not holding your silence against you. He never walked away when you did. He was there in the quiet moments, the restless nights, the numb prayers you didn't know how to finish. He was never offended by your distance. He understood your pain more than you did. You're not hard to love. You're not too broken to restore. What you've been through hasn't disqualified you. It's deepened you. And even in your most distant moments, your heart was never out of his reach. The enemy tried to convince you that silence was abandonment. That waiting was punishment. But those were lies, crafted to keep you afraid of returning. The truth is this: you are not lost. You are loved, even here. Let the words of Psalm 34:18 whisper over your heart again. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. That's you. That's now. This is what rescue feels like. Romans 8:28 is not just a verse. It's your reality being rewritten. All things work together for good to those who love God. Even the confusion. Even the detours. Even the years that felt wasted. Nothing is being thrown away. God has been weaving it all together, waiting for this moment. For the one way you stop running long enough to hear his voice again. Not the voice of condemnation. Not the voice of shame. But the voice that says, "Come home. I've missed you." You are not a disappointment to God. You are still his choice. Still his child. Still the one he's been watching over in the dark. And even now, he is moving through this very message to bring your heart back into alignment. This is not the end. It's a holy return. Even when you didn't feel it, heaven was active. Even in your silence, angels were on assignment. You didn't see the war in the spirit, but it was real. Every time you cried yourself to sleep. Every time you whispered, "God, where are you?" Every time you almost gave up, there was movement. Divine. Hidden. Unshakable. Your angel has never left their post. They've been standing watch, sword drawn, guarding your soul. Not because you were praying perfectly, but because you are still chosen, still worth protecting, still marked for something holy. You may not realize it, but heaven has been arranging encounters, nudging your heart, setting up divine interruptions like this one. You're not just hearing words right now, you're standing in a moment that was scheduled by heaven. There's been orchestration behind the scenes, delays you didn't understand, doors that didn't open, people who walked away. None of it was wasted. All of it, every detour and disappointment, was part of a greater protection. You didn't lose time. You were being kept. Even your confusion had purpose. It softened the parts of you that had grown numb. It made you search again. And that searching led you here, to the edge of something sacred. Your angel has been waiting for this window, for your heart to be open, even just a crack. Because that's all heaven needs, a crack of surrender, a whisper of yes. That's when light floods in. Can you sense it? That quiet shift inside you. That's not emotion. That's alignment. That's what happens when your spirit starts remembering where it came from and who it belongs to. God hasn't forgotten you. He's been surrounding you. You are not being called back as an afterthought. You're being called forward as someone who still carries destiny, still holds purpose, still has a mission on the earth. The heavens are moving. Angels are near. And you are in the middle of a divine recovery. Beloved child, I have been walking beside you this whole time. I saw the tears you didn't speak aloud. I heard the prayers you gave up on. I've never left you. Not once. I have followed you through the fire, through the numbness, through the places you thought I wouldn't go. But I go where you go. I fight where you falter. I wait where you wonder. You've not been disqualified. You've been in process. You are not disowned. You are being realigned. I have whispered to you in dreams. I have called to you in quiet moments. And now I'm asking you again, come close. I'm not angry. I'm not disappointed. I'm here, with arms still open. You were never just a name on a list to me. You were my idea, my design, my delight. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. You don't have to pretend with me. I already know where it hurts. I already see what you're hiding. And I'm not going anywhere. Let me hold what you've been carrying. Let me be the shepherd you forgot you needed. There's no shame in being tired. But there is healing in surrender. And I have healing for you now. Right here. Right where you are. Don't run. Don't look away. Don't believe the lie that it's too late. You're right on time. You're right where I need you to be to begin again. If you stop running now, everything changes. Not overnight. Not all at once. But deeply. Eternally. The healing that's been delayed will start to flow. The clarity that's felt so far away will begin to return. And the peace you thought you lost for good will settle over you again. Soft, steady, sacred. Heaven is not offering you punishment. It's offering you restoration. And not just for you, but for your lineage. What you choose today ripples into generations. If you surrender now, the cycle breaks here. The patterns of fear, of silence, of shame, this is where they end. Doors are going to reopen. Not by your force, but by divine alignment. The ones that felt like they slammed in your face. They were never meant to crush you. They were meant to protect timing. And the timing is finally shifting. What was denied before will be delivered in a new way. And what you thought you missed will find you again, but with more clarity, more grace, more peace. If you stop running, you'll step into what's already been prepared for you. Not something earned, but something given. The beauty of this is, you don't have to strive, just receive. You will feel joy again. Not fake joy, not forced praise, but joy that bubbles up from places inside you that have been frozen for years. And the emptiness you've been quietly carrying, it will be filled. Not with noise, not with distraction, but with God Himself. This is your return. And with it comes restoration. You are not a runaway. You are a revival. You are not forgotten. You are favored. Heaven didn't lose sight of you. The delay didn't cancel your identity. You've still got oil on your life. You've still got fire in your bones. You are not weak because you paused. You are wise because you're returning. The shame that tried to cling to your story is breaking off now. Your worth has never been measured by your wounds. Your value doesn't diminish with time, delay, or detour. You are still chosen, still called, still anointed. You are not disqualified by what you didn't know, or who walked away, or how far you wander. You were born for such a time as this. You were shaped for this hour. And even your scars have a message. They speak of survival, but they also prophesy redemption. Let this truth settle deep. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time. If your heart is stirring, that's not emotion. That's heaven calling you home. If something deep inside you is saying, I don't want to run anymore, then this is your moment to respond. Not with perfection. Not with fancy words. Just with a whisper of surrender. Just with a yes. Let your spirit say it out loud now. I'm done running. Type 2222 in the comments if your heart is saying, God, I hear you. I'm ready. Type 555 if something within you is rising to say, yes, Lord. I trust you again. This is your prophetic act. Not for attention, but for alignment. Not to be seen by people, but to be seen by heaven. You are not stepping into shame. You're stepping into restoration. You are not returning to religion. You're returning to relationship. The door is open. Walk through it. Father, I'm tired of running. I'm tired of hiding. I've tried to carry things alone, and I can't anymore. I surrender now, not in fear, but in faith. I let go of what I've been holding, and I open my hands to you. Heal what broke me. Hold what scares me. Redeem what I thought was lost. Lead me back to your heart. Teach me how to walk again, not in shame, but in grace. not in fear, but in trust. I receive your love. I receive your timing. I receive your mercy like rain over every dry place in my soul. Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for sending this message to find me. I'm home now, and I'm not running anymore. Amen. Before you go, beloved, if this message reached into your soul, it wasn't just for you. It was a seed for me. When you support this ministry, you're not giving to a channel, you're helping God's voice echo into homes, hearts, and generations. Your gift becomes light in dark places. Oil for weary lamps. Rivers of life for those who feel forgotten. I hear the Spirit say, "Who will help me reach the one still running?" If that's you, this is your own. Your support helps us release more messages like this. Divine whispers that find the broken, the waiting, the wandering. This is holy ground. A sacred moment. Give as the Spirit leads, with faith, with joy, with fire. To sow into this mission, use Super Thanks. Join our membership or give through PayPal, link in the video description. And as you give, may God return it to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Now go be the revival you were born to be.